Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now January 7th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, a lot of fans have been very much excited about what's to come for Season 3 of The Mandalorian for, of course, Disney+. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about the future of the Star Wars franchise is that, yes, we do know that Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and George Lucas are all working together as a team to really deliver as much authentic material moving forward as possible. In fact, they're going to be bringing in tons of Star Wars Legends content in the mix to really grab the old Star Wars fans, the hardcore Star Wars fans that really read all the books, the novels, and the comics from the 1990s until the early 2000s. Now, what's really exciting has all to do with the key characters that Disney and Lucasfilm are focusing on so far. They're primarily focused on Ahsoka Tano, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, and yes, even Ezra Bridger and Grand Admiral Thrawn in the mix. But what's even all the more exciting is everything that we have been talking about for the past year or so about Mace Windu's return into the Star Wars universe is getting closer and closer. We do know that behind the scenes, Jon Favreau is working very hard on The Mandalorian Season 3 and 4, along with the Book of Boba Fett, with plans to actually have Mace Windu's return as an elderly Jedi in Mando Season 4 is a plan that Jon Favreau actually has right now. Now, with that being said, of course, what's really exciting is that with The Mandalorian Season 3 now in development, many fans have been excited about the future of Star Wars overall by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. It's described that fans are very curious about the return of Mace Windu. However, in a recent interview, while Sam Jackson was answering questions about his upcoming film, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, Sam was eventually questioned about the return of Mace Windu and the possibility of whether or not he would actually be coming back to the Star Wars franchise. Now, Sam Jackson then briefly replied stating that he and George had actually discussed this before in the past, and that Jackson unveiled that Lucas believed that Mace Windu could have easily survived the fall in Episode 3. Jackson went on to say that he has talked with George Lucas recently, and that he is not at liberty to say anything concrete about Mace Windu's return. However, Sam Jackson also said that he believes that Star Wars fans are going to be very thrilled and be in one hell of a ride with returning characters for Star Wars overall, and that he loves what Jon Favreau has been putting together for Star Wars in general. Now, let's stop right here for 1 second. This is an expert way for Sam Jackson to kind of just deflect the overall question and not necessarily answer it directly. Now, the fact that he has actually been talking with George Lucas recently is a big deal. Now, we talked about this before of what's happening behind the scenes. Jon Favreau has actually been in the talks with Sam Jackson already of Mace Windu's return in the Star Wars franchise. Also, let's not forget, the StarWars.com happy birthday tweet to Sam Jackson, where they even said in that little tweet, the party is just getting started when it comes to Sam Jackson. So there's a lot of hints and teases here and there, and the fact that Sam Jackson was able to lightly give us a little bit of a hint here that there are going to be a lot of big surprises and that fans are in for one hell of a ride of returning key characters in Star Wars and how impressed he is with Jon Favreau's work. Again, let's not forget that Sam Jackson knows Jon Favreau very well. He has a great friendship with Jon Favreau because of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there's a lot happening here. Now, obviously The Mandalorian is growing on people. It's becoming a very interesting series, especially for a lot of fans that loved the character of Luke Skywalker. I believe that one episode, Chapter 16, the Season 2 finale, really drawed in a lot of other Star Wars fans that may have not been so much into The Mandalorian that are now into the show. And this is a very good technique, a very good strategy by Disney and Lucasfilm to kind of focus on some of those key and core characters that are so special to the overall Skywalker saga. So again, like I say, Sam Jackson obviously is not going to come outright and say, yes, I am Mace Windu, again coming back into the Star Wars franchise. He's not going to say that. But this way he deflected the overall answer, the question I should say, and did not answer, is a very interesting thing to actually just examine here. Sam Jackson, by the way, very good actor. I think he did a very good job in the prequel trilogy movies, and very well-respected character that needs a lot more exploring. That's exactly what Jon Favreau wants to do. He wants to explore more of the traditional and classic characters from the originals and the prequel trilogy movies. Jon Favreau wants to explore all different avenues to really give fans a very good time within the Star Wars franchise for the next couple of years. So like I've said before in the past, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.